What's happening? Oh, shoot. Come on. Smacking on my ear like that. Anyway, I want to talk about people staring. Man, how comfortable this feels. I'm just going to look at you for a little bit. Oh, she looking at me. She ain't looking at me. Oh, shoot, she looking at me. Act like I ain't looking. Turn my head, look at you. Look at you. Oh, she's still looking at me. All right. Look at one more time. She looking. All right. That's a comfortable, ain't it? Okay, I'm sorry. It just irritates me. I'm just going to have to get with it. Don't you stare at me without saying nothing. My policy with staring is, if you don't stare at me, at least get up and explain why when you're done. You know? It's just common courtesy. I'm staring at you. You know, I see you staring. I'm staring at you. I'm going to get up and I'm going to say, oh man, I'm sorry I was staring at you. I was staring at you because, I like your shirt, or I like something like this, or I was staring at you because you're ugly. I mean, yeah, maybe we get into confrontations, whatever. But at least I'm letting you know. Yes, I was staring at you, and I'm going to tell you why I was staring at you. Now, if the person ain't going to do it, then it is up to you to get up and be like, what you looking at? Like, huh? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What your problem is? What your problem is? Do that. Maybe they gonna explain to you what's going on. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of this. I just had a job interview, and it was a group interview. And this lady, it was a white lady. I think she wasn't the only white person there, but she was the only white girl there. And the rest was like, Mexican and whatever. The main population of my community. And not saying nothing bad. Don't get offended. Don't do the comment thing. Shut up. Um, she was just looking at me. Now my thing is, your table is all the way on the other side of the room, and your chair is your back is towards me, and the chair is pushed all the way to the table. So you took all your time and your effort to push back your chair and to turn your body all the way around. You didn't turn your head, you turned your whole body. Your whole body. Just turn looking at me. Just looking at me. Just looking at me. And you thought that I wasn't looking at you, but I was looking back. I felt your eyes just look at me. So, let me tell you what I don't always confront people, but I will make you feel uncomfortable, just like you making me feel uncomfortable. The first time I let it go, pulled out her little iPhone. By the way, you had no password. If I really wanted to take your phone, I would have took it. So took out a little phone, started texting, whatever. And she was done, and she turned back up. She looking at where the table was directed. Then she turned her body to look at me. So I'm just chilling. I'm sitting here this way, and then I look at her, and I'm like, all right, like looking at me. That's good. And then I look back at her. She's still looking at me. Alrighty. She's pretty bold to keep looking at me, even though I look directly at her. I'm gonna look at her again. This time she turned away. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm good. Maybe she got nervous and stopped looking. No, she just got a text and decided she wanted to look at her phone. So when she was done with the text, she decided to turn her body back around. This time I'm just like, oh, she looking at me. Can I go look? Maybe I'm just gonna let her ride it out. Whatever she need to see on my face or on my body, I'll let her look. No problem. So she looked down, she turned around. I'm like, okay, good, I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm good. Third time, she just looked at me. And I was irritated. So this is what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I sat back in my chair. I crossed my pretty little legs. I took my glasses off. I cleaned them, make sure I got a clear view. Put them back on. I looked up. Put my arm up. Sorry, dog. Just looked at. I was sitting just like this. Just like that. And I kept looking at her, and I just kept looking at her until they called my name. And they didn't call my name for a good 10 minutes. Just sat there and looked at her. She just felt so uncomfortable. She turned back around, and she kept turning back around to see if I was still looking. And every time she turned around, I was still. Then when I got called to the thing, there was a second part of the review of the interview, and she was there, sat in the corner, and I had to sit on the other side of the table, same table. She was writing on her paper. I was writing on my paper, and I felt something burning me on the left side of my face. Now, bro, look at that. Finish this paper because I need this job. I need some money. Doggone it. Summertime, I only got 29 cents in my bank account. And this girl, she won't look at me all crazy like she the only one that needs some doggone money. Oh, I swear to God, if I didn't need this job, I'd probably jump up, punch in the face, some kind of stuff. Doggone ear is burnt. Just looking, I just feel her eyes just burnt. Can you write on your paper? You got a paper to write on too? You better write on this paper, girl. Girl. Swear to God, if I would have turned around, this girl was still looking at me. Oh, I would have went ninja through this pen and been right in her eye. He said, keep a professional manner. I don't want to get my good old white shirt dirtified. It's my first interview. I'm feeling all comfortable. Shoot, doggone it. But I'm not be looking at me no more. I don't like that stuff. I don't like it. So when they just looking at you, you just look back at them. Just look at them. Just look. Now let me tell you about the second one. The second one is a little bit better because it was an old lady, and I don't know. I respect my elders, but sometimes I'm gonna let you know. Just because you old, don't mean I'm gonna put aside my feelings for you, lady. No, no, no. You make me feel uncomfortable, I make you feel uncomfortable. That's how I do it. So, I'm on the bus, and the bus seat's a little bit close. I'm sitting this way, and she's sitting right here. We right there. The faces is right next to the face. That's what made it so bad. It's because we were so close. So every time you stared at me, it's like your nose touched my nose. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So, she turned around. She stared at me. I don't know why when people stare at people, they do that little thing. That little. Nigga, you still looking at me. Whatever you want to chalk it up as, you still looking at me. You're still looking at me. Okay? You're still looking at me. You're just doing it in smaller increments. Okay? So this time, she up here, and every time she'd stop and look at me, I look at her. Making me feel uncomfortable. You making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, you really are. So this is what I do. Man, I tell you, she was so creeped out. She got off on the wrong stop. You made me feel uncomfortable, lady. I don't know what to tell you. But you don't do that to me. I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm not gonna be. I don't have to be, all wild and out talking about what you looking at. I mean, I'll be wanting to, and sometimes I do it. Sometimes, but other times, silence is always better. It's always better just to look at them, just like this. I do it. I really do. I just look at him. I just look at you. I'm just gonna look at you. I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable just like you're doing to me. You're doing it to me. Don't be feeling like you got the freedom to make me feel uncomfortable because I'ma just do it back. That's what you do. That's what I feel about staring. Just don't do it. Just if you want to test me in public, go ahead. I'm gonna look back at you. Just like that. Just like that.